Hello, I'm with Mike Packer, who's written our autumn season show, Inheritance. Tell us a bit about where the story came from and what sort of themes you're interested in exploring in the play.
Well, the story came from, there was a point not long ago where my dad had lived in a council place all his life, and everybody else had bought their places, but my dad was against the idea of ever buying his own place because of his politics, which were socialist and old school Labour and stuff like that. When he found out he was very ill, he wanted to leave something, and so we were going to actually exercise his right to buy. Luckily, we didn't. Just one of those things. We weren't sure about it, but it just sparked the idea: what happened if we had bought it, and then the credit crunch hit, and you're stuck with owning a house that your dad lives in that you can no longer afford to pay for, and all of a sudden his home is under threat, and it's your fault.
Yeah.
So that's where the idea sprang from,
Right.
really, and I just wrote the play on the basis of what very nearly happened, or
Right.
what could have been.
So it's a kind of what if.
But the inspiration for it is what if, and a lot of the kind of stuff that happens to it it's kind of vaguely happened from personal experience anyway, and just the way the whole housing market went completely ballistic, and the way everybody thought that it was a way to earn a living, and that we were all getting a free ride. All we had to do was buy a house and wait for it to go up and up in price, and then all of a sudden we'd retire and we'd all go and live in the south of France or wherever.
Yeah.
Which obviously is not true.
I mean, the play's a fantastic combination of poignancy, and there's a lot of humour in it as well, and also there is this political kind of undercurrent to it. I mean, do you think it's important that if you're dealing with politics that you also get those other things in, maybe leaven it with a bit of humour? And
I don't know, I've always written funny plays. I see the world in that way, even though there's kind of dark, it's a dark humour, a lot of it. Everything I've ever written has been very, very funny. That's just the way it comes out. It's the way I see the characters. It's the way I see people relating to each other. So, I'm a comedy writer. It's as simple as that.
you talked a bit about the personal element in this play, about your own life, and do you quite often write from your own experience? And
I think whatever you write, or for me, whatever I write, it comes from somewhere, from personal experience of some sort or other. No matter what you're writing about, it's coming kind of through you anyway. So the voices in the plays tend to be various voices that I hear around me, or my own voices, of which I have many.
Yeah, and your last play, the Dysfunctionals, which was a fantastic hit at the Bush. Tell us a bit about that, and is that going to have another life?
Yeah, I mean, no, that was obviously that was great. That was a massive hit. It was about a punk rock band who reform 30 years on to because their one hit has been picked up by an American credit card company, so they reform to do the advert, and then they go to America and all sorts of things happen. Yeah, that's going to be in the West End next year. Thank you. And it's also being made into a film, so that's fantastic, honestly.
Brilliant. Well, we'll hope for a similar trajectory with Inheritance.
Well, it'd be great if
Yeah.
Inheritance went really well, and I hope it does.
I think today, Mike's been your first day at Live. I just wanted to ask you what you think about the theatre space and the atmosphere here.
I think it's fantastic. I'm really excited to be in Newcastle. I've not been here for 20 years. It's brilliant to be up here, and it's fantastic to see, the space. To me, it looks fantastic for my kind of work. It's small. The acting is going to be real, and the audiences are really close up, and so you can engage directly. Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, we shall see, but I'm really looking forward to kind of experiencing the Newcastle vibe.
I'm here today with Lisa Goldman, who's going to be directing our autumn show, Inheritance by Mike Packer. What was it about this play when you first came across it that you liked about it?
I suppose it's a story that I think everybody can relate to, in terms of, you know, we've all experienced relatives becoming ill or dying. We're all now experiencing the effects of the economic downturn, and I think we've all experienced, you know, trying our best in difficult situations and then that not working out, and I think all of those things are kind of universals in a way. I really love the humour of the play, and I think, you know, Mike's got a unique kind of voice. It's very moving, it's very funny, the relationships are just really kind of deeply human, and I think relationships that we'd all kind of empathise with and understand, and at the same time they kind of challenge us to empathise with somebody who's behaving incredibly badly in a situation, but we might also recognise our own behaviour in that situation as well. The way we deal with, you know, illness within a family, or, you know, an ageing parent, for example, the way we deal with being put under pressure because of the economic situation, and what that does, or just the stresses of modern life. I think there's a lot in there. I think the theatre is amazing. I love what's been done in terms of the whole renovation of the building, and the theatre space itself, which is completely unique as a space. I'm really looking forward to working in there. And I just love the history of the place. I love theatre for local people and for the area, and of course the whole new writing ethos. That's my whole background, is in developing new plays, and I'm really, you know, looking forward to bringing that energy here into this building and into a new city that I'm just beginning to get to know.